my way!
Hello, my lovely chats of the internet. It is I, Multi126789, and welcome back to another episode of the Golden Winds of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Last time we were doing some battles off on the battlefield, as you do. And today we're just gonna go ahead and do some stuff around the monastery, and then we're gonna head into the next part of this chapter where we're gonna go and do the next big set of battles. Also, things have not loaded in because I ran into an invisible wall. It's by the time I'm recording this, we're in October now, so I've been catching up on my recording stuff while being able to do other things. Ooh, that's a lot of chickpeas. Chickpeas. We're gonna do these, and these. Perfect. Those. Alright. But yeah, it's been we're catching up to where I was leaving off with a lot of my recordings. I have the whole day basically to myself today. So basically I'm going to focus on trying to get out some more Fire Emblem content for you guys. So we're going to slam dunk within here. So what are we going to do today? So I was thinking about what I'm going to need to do basically to get some of the characters that I'm going to need in. So basically we're going to spend most of this school day doing that, which is talking with the same people that we have already. So we're going to be skipping a lot of dialogue and just getting proficiency. So we're going to need a lot more horseback riding, it seems. So you're not horseback riding, I'm sorry. But yeah, and then we're going to be hanging out with a bunch of our students. I keep saying classmates, but I'm a teacher. Don't say that, but students. No. Alright, where's your boy? I thought saw him on the map. Oh, he's up by pond. Welcome to my pawn shop. Get it? Because it's at a pond anyways. More horseback riding, thank you.
I still have much to learn.
I will say, once again, if you guys are playing along with me or if you're just interested, we're playing New Game Plus, so we have a lot extra more time to do stuff rather than somebody who starts off with a fresh file. I will say, if you want my advice for what you should be doing off your fresh file, is making sure that you spend your time mostly just focusing more on your students, because what you'll probably end up focusing on for your main character in your first run of the game is just being like, oh, I'll just use the sword because they get natural proficiency with that, and maybe some magic if you really feel feisty, but the sword is probably what you're going to stick with just due to the fact that, again, natural proficiency allows you to just go off with both of the bylifts, whether male or female, without having to try too hard to compensate for other things. So, that being said, alright, 3 notes, got it. I try to hold back when I swing my weapon, but sometimes I misjudge my own strength. I've broken so many weapons. Take care to repair weapons between training sessions. Accidents happen. When anyone when your breaks. Take care of weapons, bro. You gotta make sure they're good for everybody. It was for Dimitri. I have some experience painting landscapes, but now I'm trying my hand at portraits. Can you think of anybody who would want tomorrow for me? Noella. Probably Noella. Noella seems like the type that would like that. Huh! Alright, one more. If you feel overwhelmed by teaching, just ask me for help. Alright, I'll let you know if I have any concerns. I was like, I didn't even have to read the full one. As soon as you saw that, I was like, okay. Somebody's like, somebody come get me, because I seem to be tracked by him. Anyways, that was really bad. Yeah, let's go ahead and, let's see. Who do we want to bring to the cathedral? Who haven't we really had? Let's have these two.
Everyone should sing louder. It feels so good just to let it out.
Music speaks to the heart. It's more powerful than any weapon.
Our bonds have been increased. Alright, now that I did that, I still just do need to talk to a few more people about my horse riding and also other things, so.
Hey, you.
That's not that.
Did you spill?
It's okay, we're skipping dialogue because we already read it. Also, the professor also has a thing for faith. So if we max this, if we do enough teaching to her, she'll gain stars and she'll learn a special ability that she can only learn. So I may focus on that, but I'm not sure what I'm focusing on for the main teacher. I'm more focused upon my students because, you know, my students are my everything.
Castle. It was by.
But more horseback riding, please. All right. So now that we got 5 more, what we're gonna do now is go down to the kitchen. Go get to the kitchen. Better watch out, because I'm gonna be spitting some dishes with these riches that I got. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You have it all. It's 15 and 5 minutes for this meal.
Eating delicious food really takes my worries away.
That smell, it's amazing. My fave, in fact. Do you like it too?
They're full of vim and vigor. So yeah, we're just gonna eat a whole bunch of meals with our classmates because, as you saw, you can't teach very much if they're not really well fed, right? So that's what I'm gonna make sure that I do. Go.
I like this dish. It was my father's favorite.
I did not expect much from the dining hall, but this does not disappoint.
Perfect. Oh, let's see. Let's go.
This food is a revelation. I can't help but smile when I eat it.
Yummy! Who made this? I'll have to give my compliments to the chef.
This is delicious! My absolute favorite!
That looks delicious. Goddess forgive me, I've just got to indulge.
Perfect. I think everybody in my class has basically had a little bit of to eat, but now it's time for us to hang out with the next people that we're going to be recruiting. If I can find a good meal, that will get both of them. We'll have to see. Okay, she doesn't hate this, so we'll get both of these two in here.
I know. Let's have tea together after our meal. I would be liking that greatly.
Oh, well, I'm glad you two are hitting it off. Alright, and with that, we're going to be done for the day. And now that we all ate a good meal, we can now go and have some learning time together. Alright. Let's get pumped pump up the jam. Pump it up. Pump it louder, louder. Make the music go louder. What are we gonna need? We are gonna need you to learn some more magic. And also, you have this cool spell that you
I'll keep trying my best. I
Nice.
can't believe I...
You
It's
learned
fun when you
Blizzard.
know what you're doing.
Praise ya.
No, I just got...
No, you're good.
I can't believe I got...
Nice. So he learned his first magic spell, which is good because we're gonna need that later. Ralph, I'm also gonna keep making you learn some
That was
healing magic because you're gonna be punching people, but
It's
you might
starting
as
to-
well learn how to heal just in case. Nice.
Guess I'm so.
It's starting to come together.
Okay, Mr. Lorenz, you're gonna continue doing magic as well. Yep.
This was hardly a challenge for me.
Good job.
It was only a trifle.
Okay. Alright, popping off, I see you. I guess we should work on your lamps.
This
Because what we're gonna put him in is probably gonna need that. Actually, definitely is gonna need that. Your girl doesn't really need magic lessons because she's gonna be using a lot of it anyway. So, for right now, we're gonna work on this because what I'm gonna plan on doing for Lysithia is gonna involve a lot more of the knowledge of the Pegasus. I think Claude's fine. Leonie as well. Gonna learn the way of the Pegasus.
I've learned a lot.
Hilda. What are they gonna do for you? I kind of forget, honestly. Huh. Oh yeah. Never mind, I remember.
Yeah! Who's the best? I'm the best.
Good job, Hilda.
I'm glad I put in some effort. For once.
At least she's honest. Miss Marianne.
I can't believe it.
You just popped up.
Oh, I'll try to get the next one, too.
Oh my gosh. Adorable smiles.
I think I get it.
Nice dexterity. Marianne, popping off. It was her task. Alright, these two doing stuff. Alright. I mean, you can cut this out. I just want to make sure that I'm on the right path with everybody. Yeah. Alright, so after checking over the last few things, let the lecture begin.
Professor,
No. Oh, jeez. Mercedes? Yes.
good evening, Professor. Returning from work, I take it?
That's right.
I commend you for working so late into the evening. All of my days at the Academy are enriching thanks to you. Try not to overtax yourself, all right? I'm concerned for your health. We wouldn't want you to wear yourself out. The goddess won't smite you if you rely on others for help, you know.
Even so,
Listen here, Professor. You might not like what I'm about to say. To be perfectly honest, I had my doubts when I first met you.
my thought?
At first, I thought you seemed too young to be a professor. It is unusual, you have to admit. Yet you seemed very composed and mature despite your age. You're strong-willed, encouraging, and you go to great lengths to ensure that everyone is cared for. But it almost feels like you're trying too hard to be a perfect role model for your students.
It kind of comes with the territory, don't you think?
If that's how you feel, then I can't disagree. But I think it's necessary to give yourself a break every now and again. The mind has a tendency to make mistakes when you've exhausted yourself. In my case, I still seem to make mistakes even when I'm wide awake.
Mistakes?
Oh, you know. I'm always mixing up the dates for drills or misplacing things. Just the other day, I forgot to put on my uniform and headed out to practice wearing only my... well, you can imagine how embarrassed I was. My mind can be so scattered sometimes. Anyway, where was I? Ah, that's right. What I'm trying to say is that you shouldn't push yourself too hard. If you do, you might end up in a pretty bad place. That reminds me, is there anything I can do to assist you, Professor? If it's all right with you, I'd like to help in any way I can.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Whatever you need, just say the word. I look forward to helping you out.
So you may have had some indicator there why I like her. So that's okay. Ignaz wants to see me? Okay. We'll go talk to everybody along this week going into the next battle.
Okay, I've decided on the composition.
The composition?
That's right. The composition for my next paint... Wait, Professor? How long have you been standing there? You haven't been watching me, have you? No, I misspoke. Did I say painting? I meant to say,
Do you like painting?
Well, I've thought for a while that it might be nice to paint the scenery here. The contours of that tree, set against the stark shapes of the faraway peaks. Of course, I only paint after I've finished my chores. I'd never put my art before my responsibilities. My studies are paramount. I shall always uphold my duties as a student of the Officers' Academy. Whereas art is a hobby of mine, you might say. Everyone has hobbies, right? I'm sure you have one.
Nothing comes to mind for myself.
Oh, well, perhaps it's different for you, Professor. But it's perfectly normal for people to have hobbies. Reading, for instance, or fishing, or taking midday naps. For me, it's making art. Hobbies are healthy. They're a good way of relieving stress. You might consider taking up a hobby, Professor. Anything to clear your mind. Think about it. It's much easier to focus if you're feeling refreshed. There isn't a rule against hobbies, is there? If you tell me to stop, I'll stop. I shall never again put brush to canvas.
That's not what I'm saying. Paint as much as you like.
Really? It's okay for me to paint? Well, I mean, if you're sure. But really, it's nothing more than a little diversion, a frivolous pastime. I think I ought to go back to my quarters now, if it's all the same to you.
Oh, somebody else wants to talk. Okay, Raphael, here we go.
Whew. Oh, Professor, are you here to train?
I came to check in on you.
You should join me. Training is more important than worrying about me. Legs, back, chest, arms, abs. Gotta work them all, right? I just finished training, and I feel great. Check me out. Are my muscles bulging?
I guess so.
Another day of training, and my muscles are ready to burst. Bulging muscles means strength. I have to be strong if I want to be a proper knight. And I have to eat if I want to keep training. Time to feast.
Isn't studying also important for becoming a knight?
Ah, way to hit me where it hurts, Professor. I know I'll be in trouble if I don't train my brain, too. Anyone who can't get tactics can't be a proper knight. It's just, I'm no good at remembering that kind of stuff. And training my brain instead of my body makes me sleepy. What if I start training twice as hard? Then I should only have to study half as much, right?
You'll never become a proper knight if you don't study at all. Just saying.
You really think so? I can't let that happen. I guess I have no choice. I'll prove I can do it. Wish me luck, Professor. For my training and for my studies.
You know I could just help you out, right? No? You're running away? Okay. Leone wants to talk near the end of the week. Okay.
Oh, Professor, are you training too? I was just about to finish up, but if you want to join in, I can stick around a while longer.
Oh, I may be here for a little while.
Oh no, it's fine. Just do your thing. Don't mind me. Come on, don't be shy. Phew. I'm beat, but we're finally done.
You didn't have to stay for my whole routine, you know.
I was already training when you got here, and I finished right alongside you. Guess I outlasted you, huh?
With outlasting me, I don't think this is a competition.
Speak for yourself. I'm always looking to improve. By the way, Professor, something I wanted to ask.
Ask me whatever you want.
Are you really Captain Gerald's kid?
No, Leone, that's what I'm told.
That's a pretty detached tone to take about your own family. What's your opinion of him, then? You must look up to him, at least.
I respect him, of course.
It doesn't sound like you really appreciate him. You didn't even know until you came here that he used to lead the Knights of Seros, did you? If it weren't for him, you wouldn't be half the person you are now. You probably never even thought about how lucky you are. Oh, okay, this really bothers me. Listen up. I don't care if you're the teacher and I'm the student. I'm going to outshine you. I know you were some famous mercenary before you came here, but let me tell you something. I'm going to be better than you ever were. In fact, I'll surpass you in no time at all. So don't blink. You might miss it.
Well, at least she's trying hard. Ha 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 ha.
Sounds good to me. Well then, let's get to it. Good enough, Professor?
Guess I'm still growing.
It's starting to make sense.
How's this gonna help?
Alright, and then after that, we only got one more thing that we gotta do before we head off to our next meeting. So let's go ahead and do a seminar this week. Let's see. I think learning the blade is the strongest thing I could teach my fellow students. So let's go ahead and do that. And if you swing overhead then they will have to block overhead or they'll get opened up for another opportunity to strike.
I see. It's all making sense now.
I feel like I get it now.
Alright, well, I guess we made it to the mission. I guess what I'll do, because I thought I was going to play a cutscene before the fact, I might open up the next thing for the next mission. But before that, let's see. You can become a mercenary. This is pretty cool. Actually. Oh wait, I'll hold off. But yeah, let's go ahead and see what the story is for this, and then let's get on underway. I'll save after this because I don't want to lose any progress.
It really is an honor to accompany Catherine, wielder of Thunderbrand. I hear you're intimidating enough to silence the howling
Actually,
winds.
Never mind, we're gonna keep it. Thunderbrand.
You mean you don't know? My weapon is called Thunderbrand. It's one of the hero's relics. A long time ago, the goddess bestowed divine weapons upon 10 heroes, which were passed down to their descendants. It's an honor to wield, but I'm afraid there won't be any chance for that today. Our mission is to help clean up the aftermath, not to fight.
Why would Lord Lonato incite such a reckless rebellion? He had to have known he had no chance of winning.
It all goes back to the tragedy of Duscur.
I heard of it.
It happened about 4 years ago. The king of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus was murdered by the people of Duscur. That about covers it, right?
To put it simply, yes. But there's more to that story. They had accomplices within the kingdom as well. Lord Lonato's son, Kristoff, was one of them, and so he was handed over to the church for execution.
The church executes criminals?
Speaking from the church's perspective, we simply passed judgment according to our doctrine in place of the kingdom, which was in complete chaos. Whatever the truth behind that incident may be, Lord Lonato has harbored resentment toward the church ever since. Well, to be more specific, his grudge isn't only against the church. It's also against the one who turned Kristoff over to them.
Report! The enemy is approaching. They can't be avoided. Their numbers are far greater than we predicted. They used the fog to slip past the Knight's perimeter.
It looks like our mission just changed, Professor. Everyone, prepare for battle!